Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum and very good days for everyone. I am Azman bin Jamaluddin, ID number SEA 19003. Today I would like to discuss about engineering failure, multi-storey car park collapse. Detail of tragedy. In May 2019, a multi-storey car park under construction at the Gombak Integrated Transport Terminal in Taman Melati had collapsed and causing the death of 2 Indonesian workers, while another 3 are seriously injured. Fire and Rescue Department Commander M. Rugiah said 3 victims were trapped when the concrete building measured 2,500 square feet at the construction site collapsed at around 1:13 a.m. The victims were rescued and subsequently sent to the hospital, while the remaining victim under the rubble was rescued at around 7 a.m. Another authorities participating in rescue operation were the Police Kuala Lumpur City Hall (DBKL), the Health Ministry and the Civil Defence Force (APM). Rescue operation involved the use of tracking dog to determine if more people were trapped. Kuala Lumpur Fire and Rescue Department Director Nordin Fauzi said the 3-storey parking lot had collapsed onto the workers' quarter onto the ground floor of the building where the 3 victims were located. The victims are rescued by their fellow workers, while rescue operations were focused on the trapped workers whose body was wedged between the collapsed beam. The structure was stabilized before the rescue operation resumed to extricate the victim. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Ramadan bin Muhammad Yazid. Matric number SEA 90005. Would like to continue reason behind the tragedy. After the incident, a thorough investigation by the Construction Industry Development Board Malaysia (CIDB) and Department of Occupational Safety and Health (DOSH) have found out 2 main reason cause of the incident, which is first, fault construction, and second, bad design or design error. For the highlight mistake of human or engineer in the tragedy, first, fault construction has been the most important cause of the structure failure. The engineer is also fault here. If inspection has been lacked, this include the use of soft sand to make concrete, the substitution of inferior steel for that specific, bad riveting or even improper tightening top of nut, excessive use of the drift pin to make hole line up, bad weld and other practice well known to the construction worker. Second, bad design does not mean only error of computation but a failure to take into account the load the structure will be called once to carry erroneous theories, reliance on inaccurate data, ignorance of the effect of repeated or impulse stresses, and improper choice of material or misunderstanding of their properties. The engineer is responsible for the failure which are created at the drawing board. Thank you. Assalamualaikum.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Sufian bin Abu Hassan, ID number SEA 90006. I would like to talk about engineering failure, the multiple story car park collapse in Kuala Lumpur. First, I want to talk about the engineering collapse. Okay. Related the cause of any ethical code, engineering act or any misconduct of professional practice. CIDB is investigating the incident under CIDB Act 502. According to Section 34B 1C of CIDB Act, contractors are responsibility for the ensuring the safety of building and the construction work both during and after construction phase. 2. Section 34D1 of the CIDB Act 520 states that any contractor who breach his duty under the paragraph 334B 1C and which breach result in the death shall be guilty of an offence and shall on the compensation be liable of the fine not exceeding Rm 500,000 or imprisonment for the term not exceeding 2 years or both. Third, as part of CIDB effort to ensure contractor and site manager fulfill their responsibility to have sufficient safety measure for construction work, CIDB conduct routine Act 520 enforcement inspection across the nation. Thank you and goodbye.
Wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Hanif bin Hasanuddin, and now I'm going to present on the how to reduce or eliminate risk during to avoid this tragedy happen. First is the faulty construction. The failure of engineer to supervise all the construction activity at site resulting in faults to construction element. So engineers must follow the standard material and use correct material to avoid incident happen in the future. The second is the bad design or design error. Failure of engineers and architects can cause erroneous in design theories, use of inaccurate data and not taking account of the impact. Engineer and architect must work together to ensure the design structure are strong and easy to maintain. They also can study and verify previous design that has pros and cons to tackle any light issue. The third one is daily safety briefing. Daily safety briefing is a good way to keep health and safety in the mind of everyone, aware of current risks. Shortly discuss what to do today, what risk and activity occurs today, and how to act when working. Take serious action to those who are not following the rules and regulation of safety. Next, I would like to explain on my opinion. This incident involving the loss of life was extremely disappointing. CIDB and DOSH must monitor always and enforce legislation more strictly. Company involved must aware of every risk to avoid any incident happen during construction that can cause serious damage to the people, asset and also bad reputation to the company. Engineers must always go for site visit and check the toughness of the building and ensure the building in very strong condition so that workers can work safely. That's all from me. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Syahimi bin Muhammad, SEA 16015. For this engineering failure, what is for my opinion and for the incident is this incident involved the loss of life and extremely disappointing. CIDB and DOSH should monitor always and enforce legislation more strictly. This should not happen if contractor follow guidelines and use material that has been practiced by JKR. For the incident also, we have to have a future practice to overcome such incident and tragedy in futures. This tragedy can be avoided if the contractors, engineers, worker and all the responsible people in this project to monitor the flow of the project from the beginning and comply with appropriate safety practice standard. Okay, that's all from me. Thank you.